Hi there. Well, this is part 2 of our day 11 lesson about sample bias as we continue through our statistics unit. In part 1, I gave a detailed explanation of the 4 methods of collecting sample data, and I talked about what bias meant and all that kind of stuff. So if you did not watch part 1, you should go back and watch part 1 before this, because in part 2 I'm simply going to answer these 6 questions, okay, and without a whole lot of background information, because that's what part 1 was for. Okay, so number 1, identify the type of sample described, then tell if the sample is biased and explain your reasoning. I will just briefly mention that the 4 possible types of sampling are convenience, self-selected, systematic, and random. And again, watch part 1 of this lesson, watch the other video that came before this for a detailed explanation. But back to this. So, a consumer advocacy group wants to know if car owners believe their car is reliable. The group randomly selects 1,020 car owners and mails out a survey to each one. Let's see, what type is this? Well, the key word is randomly. Okay, so guess what? This is random. And random sampling is the one that is going to be the least biased. So we're definitely going to say unbiased. Okay, so this is random sampling. It will be unbiased. And we'll just simply say that the sample represents the population. Alright, pretty straightforward when it's a random sample. Okay, that's the best. Alright, let's look at problem number 2. A grocery store wants to know which day of the week customers prefer to do their grocery shopping. Everyone who shops at the store on Friday is asked which day of the week they prefer to do their grocery shopping. Well, this is definitely biased, okay, because they want to know which day of the week customers prefer, and but they're only asking people who are shopping on Friday. So you're obviously going to get more people saying that they like to shop on Friday, because that's why they're there. That's why a lot of them are there. Now, in terms of which sampling method it is, out of these 4, I would say this is convenience. You're just using the group that happens to be in front of you. So this is a convenience sampling. It just happened to be Friday, so you ask those people. And as I mentioned, this will definitely be biased, because if you only ask Friday shoppers what day they prefer to shop, obviously there will be an unusual percentage of them that will say Friday. Because that's probably why they're shopping on that particular day. If you ask on Monday, more people will say Monday, and so on. So if you really wanted an unbiased sample, you would make sure that you at least ask people on each of the different days. Okay, moving on to number 3. A survey of students' favorite school subject is being conducted. Every other student in the math club is asked, which school subject is your favorite? Okay. First of all, which type of sampling is this? Convenient, self-selected, systematic, or random? Well, the key is the part where they say every other student. Okay, that is a sort of a system. So we're going to say this is systematic data collection. Systematic. Like if you do every 10th person, every other person, any kind of a system is going to be systematic. Alright, so systematic. This is definitely going to be biased. Okay. Now the main reason why this one is going to be biased, and I'm sure it jumped right out at you, the whole point of the survey is to find out which school subjects are students' favorite subjects, but they're only asking members of the math club. So if you only ask members of the math club, you're going to get an unusual percentage of students whose favorite subject is math. Okay, so I just wrote that down. If you only survey members of the math club, you will get an unusual, and I should have said percentage, of students who like math best. I'll change this number to percentage. Okay, alright, so those were the 3 questions from page 270. Now, here are 3 more examples from page 271. Same directions. Okay, a team wants to know who the fans think was the team's most valuable player. Alright, so the populations that we're shooting for are the fans. Most valuable player during the season. Fans can vote on the team's website. Fans can vote. Which type of sampling is this? This is going to be self-selected, okay, because this is just fans visiting the website. Nobody is reaching out and specifically requesting them to take a survey. They are just volunteering to take the survey on their own. So that is self-selected. Now, sometimes self-selected can lead to bias because usually people that feel strongly will participate and people that do not feel strongly will not participate. But in this case, that would not actually cause a bias because whether you feel strongly or not, there's no reason why that would cause fans to pick one player over another just because whether or not they feel strongly. It should still be pretty evenly. It's still the players have an even chance of being chosen as most valuable player. So I'm just going to write all that up. And there you go. Self-selected, unbiased. There's no reason why fans who visit the site would be biased towards one player over another. Alright, let's look at number 2. The managers of a movie theater chain want to find the number of movies people in the community usually see in a theater each month. The managers have the ticket sellers at each theater survey customers when they purchase their tickets. So let's think about which sampling method this is. It's not self-selected. They're just being surveyed as they purchase their tickets. It's not systematic. Everybody that walks in is being surveyed. It's not random. Same reason. Everybody is being surveyed who walks in. There's no randomization. This is convenience. Okay, it's just the first people that walk in. This is convenience. Okay, and convenience is usually biased, and this is no exception. So this is going to be convenience, and is definitely going to be biased. Now in this case, look at what the target population is. The managers of the movie theater want to find out the number of movies people in the community. Okay, they want to know how many movies people in the community usually see. But are they surveying equally from people in the community? No, they're specifically surveying people that are already at the movie theater. So if you only survey moviegoers, you're going to get an unusually high percentage of movies that people saying they watch more movies, because you're not surveying the couch potatoes, people sitting at home who are not watching any movies at all. So I'm just going to write that up. Okay, I said by surveying only moviegoers, you will hear an unusually high number of movies being watched each month. Those at home watch fewer movies. Now remember, they said we're talking about people watching movies in the movie theater, all right, in a theater. So when I say people at home are not watching movies, you know, HBO doesn't count. All right, even Netflix, all that stuff doesn't count. All right, number 3. This is the last one, last example. The managers of a company with 500 employees want to know how the employees feel about some proposed changes. The managers use a computer to generate a list of 50 employees to survey from a database that includes all of the employees. Which type of sampling is this? Ding, ding, ding. This is true random sampling. Okay? A keyword is everyone. Everyone in the population has to be included and has to have an equal chance at being picked for it to be truly random. And they did say all of the employees are included in this database, and a computer is being used to generate this list, so that is definitely going to be random. Okay, and that will be unbiased. That is the most unbiased way that you can go. When it's random, it's pretty straightforward, because selecting employees at random will definitely eliminate any chance of bias. Alright, so those are my 6 additional examples. That was quick and straightforward. Again, to get the full detailed explanation of bias and sampling methods, please go back and watch the first part of this lesson in the previous video. Alright, I will see you on the next video. That's it for this one.